Good morning, Mason Nation. It's Tuesday, October 15th. Welcome back to Mason Cable News, Mason's morning news program. I'm Britta Bausis.
And I'm Tyler Byram. Now, is it really Tuesday?
It doesn't seem like it, does it?
Technically, for those of you that don't know, since yesterday was Columbus Day, George Mason decided to move all Monday classes to Tuesday and decided to throw everyone off.
Pretty much. That's always what happens.
Yeah, especially Crystal.
Yeah.
I think she probably still thinks it's actually a Monday, but it says a Tuesday, so.
Which is why you're here.
Yes.
Anyway, the Golden Key International Honor Society chapter of GMU was recently awarded the 2013 Key Chapter Award. The award is the highest level of recognition for an individual chapter. In order to receive the Key Chapter Award, George Mason's chapter completed all service and activity requirements and achieved the highest possible chapter standards. Golden Key International Honor Society was established in 1977 to encourage college students to reach their full potential through the organization's three pillars: academics, leadership, and service. Today, the organization has chapters in 8 countries, reaching 400 campuses and over 2 million members. Upon acceptance of the award, George Mason's chapter will receive a commemorative plaque along with annual funding from the international headquarters. Congratulations to the Golden Key chapter here at Mason.
So they don't get a golden key?
No.
Just a plaque?
Oh, it's so ironic.
The first 3 winners of a new grant program known as the Evaluation and Assessment Grant for Language-Supported Education and Transition, or EGLET, have been selected. The jointly funded grants total $20,000 and are used to support projects emphasizing multilingual students' contributions in higher education, particularly here at George Mason University. A $10,000 award went to Karen Millett, Assistant Director for the English Language Institute, and Stephen Weinberger, Linguistics Program Director, for their project titled I Am George Mason University, a celebration of linguistic diversity. The project aims to educate and engage members of Mason's community in research based on the sound of diversity, presented through an interactive website featuring voice recordings and photographs that raise awareness about the potential for discrimination on the basis of perceived accented speech. The EGLET grant is sponsored by the Center for International Student Access and the English Language Institute. For more information about the next EGLET grant for the 2014-2015 school year, contact CISA at gmu.edu or visit their website at cisa.gmu.edu.
Mason becoming more and more diverse every day.
Yes.
As many people know, scholars in Arab countries don't have access to the same resources as scholars here in the West. Well, thanks to 2 professors here at George Mason, they could get closer soon. Peter Mandeville, Professor of Public and International Affairs and co-director of Mason's Ali Varal Ak Center for Global Islamic Studies, and Bassam Haddad, Professor of Public and International Affairs and Director of Mason's Middle East Studies program, were chosen to receive $500,000 over the course of 2 years to develop enhancing publicly engaged scholarship in the Arab world. With this grant, the professors will work with regional and international partners to raise the quality, quantity, and accessibility of locally produced knowledge in order to build networks in the Arab world to make the production of knowledge more sustainable and effective. The goal of the initiative is to instate a system that remains effective for years to come.
Okay, so this past weekend, Mason Cable Network featured 3 Mason athletic events, 2 men's soccer games, and then 1 women's soccer game. It all started off with a men's soccer game against Rhode Island that was meant to be played on a soccer field, but instead was played on a giant slip and slide. So midway through the 55th point, the head referee officially called the game, forcing the game to be rescheduled, and the only step from the game to be carried over would be a red card against Rhode Island. On Sunday, the men's soccer team was back in action, and this time Mother Nature cooperated to allow a match between UMass to take place. The Patriots fell behind early in the first half with a goal from Matt Keys. When the team came back on the field for the second half, it didn't take long for freshman Zach Hursteck to tie it up. Then, with 9 minutes left to go in the game, Timmy Mulgrew got his first goal of the season, giving the Patriots a 2-1 win. This gave Mason a 1-0 conference record, currently 4th in the Atlantic 10 standings. Later in the day, the women's soccer team took on the Fordham Rams in a very key matchup for both teams. The game started off quickly for Mason, with Sydney Mitchell receiving her 2nd goal of the season, and not soon after, Emily Harvey, who has flourished in Atlantic 10 play, also got her 2nd goal of the season. In the final half, the matchup was capped off with a goal from Emma Starr, who also recorded an assist earlier in the game. Goalkeeper Lindsey Hokinson was able to hold on for a 3-0 shutout over the Rams and bumped the Patriots to a 3-1 conference record, which is 3rd best in the Atlantic 10. In other news, the volleyball team played in 2 home games at the RAC this weekend. The first game was a dramatic 5-set game which resulted in a VCU victory at 3-2, but the Patriots were able to quickly recover on Saturday with a 3-0 victory over LaSalle. Now George Mason is 6th in the Atlantic 10, but with only 5 games in. Make sure you tune into Mason Cable News on Thursday to find out what is coming up for Mason Madness and also hear other athletics games that will be happening on the weekend.
We'll be right back after this break.
Later today, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Mason Hall, room D023, there will be a Fairfax campus town hall meeting. The meeting will be open to the whole GMU community, and the meeting will discuss George Mason's future and goals. Anyone that is interested in making a difference for GMU should go.
Another interesting event today is the film screening of Invisible War in the Johnson Center Cinema from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. The film is about the sexual assault in the United States Army. Anyone who enjoys documentaries about the military should definitely check this one out.
On Thursday, from 12:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the North Plaza, there will be a breastival, and there will be games, prizes, and food, all tied to help raise breast cancer awareness. Anyone who is interested in raising awareness for breast cancer and wants to help out should come.
Definitely some interesting events coming up this week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it for our Monday-Tuesday broadcast here at Mason Cable News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Britta Bausis.
And I'm Tyler Byram. See you next time, Mason.